How you doing, family? Yes, this is your daddy, dose of death. Okay, I'm studying actually, but I felt like it was needed to talk to the people. Yes, optimism, looks beautiful on your face. This is nothing new, but it does look amazing on your smile today. Realize you're blessed today. You woke up today, and today we're talking about again. This is the 9th day, 10th day. Oh my gosh, 10th day of a series I like to call Black History Month, Black History Year, and Wake Up and Smell the Roots. I'm simply talking about the importance of repatriating, of returning, of remembering, you know. Again, I'm reminded of that quote from Black Panther, remember who you are. But especially in this post-Super Bowl, post-commercials, present Donald Trump era of the United States, it can get lost in translation the importance of feeling welcomed where you are at. I feel like what emboldens a lot of European Americans, quote unquote Americans, or rather US citizens, there are three Americas, but what emboldens these quote unquote white people is the fact that they are welcomed in their country. Like, they established their country. They've, through the Revolutionary War and Civil War, have politically gained sovereignty for their own country. Even though it's never been theirs alone, I say all that to say the reason Kendrick did so well in his performance, and the reason why both quarterbacks for the Super Bowl were African American, and the reason why our music and our clothing and our hairstyles and our vernacular and our speech and our everything is so valuable, is because we are valuable. We are just a valuable people. But when you are not welcomed in a space, your value gets exploited. And whether you know it or not, that exploitation is like the price you pay for not owning that place that you are at. It's kind of like the fee you pay to enter a bar that's not yours, a lounge that's not yours. But the owner, he don't gotta pay because it's free for him. That's how it is for African Americans in that country, where we have this value, we have this significance, we have this immeasurable power, but it's constantly chiseled or marginalized or brought down to enable whatever kind of inferiority complex European Americans have about themselves. But it doesn't change the fact that we need to own something. Like, we need to have a home at something. And we need to be able to remember something. Like, our ancestors' wildest dreams. Remember this Black History Month, our ancestors' wildest dreams. Again, between 10 and 25 million Africans came from this continent to the Americas, to the Caribbean, to Central and South America, Brazil, Costa Rica, you name it. But between that 10 and 25 million, and I'm not accounting for a lot of people who took their own lives on those slave ships because they thought death was much better than how they were being treated, much better than having their children being sold into people who thought and saw less of them, and just really would much rather meet the ancestors than live for this country. Again, they're all of their dreams. Those who perished in the ocean and those who perished on the land, and even those who through ancestry still live, we are our ancestors' wildest dreams, still live today. Their dream was to go back home. was to repatriate, was to return, and a lot of them never got to see it. I feel like I talk about it often, but I don't ever go into like a deep kind of theoretical space with it, because I'm always very much on the move, on the go, but I'm sitting down and I'm writing a paper, so I feel the juice, I feel the flow. Okay, I feel energy, the creative, intellectual, knowledge-based energy. So peep game. And if you have any comments, definitely add them at the bottom, add them below, add them to the top. Subscribe to my YouTube. Stop playing. I'm at 50 subscribers. It doesn't sound like much, but that's a milestone for me. I'm definitely going to do something huge, so stay tuned on my YouTube. Yes, just imagine that. For 400 years, every one of your ancestors, and the feeling starts to dissipate and diminish and depreciate after each generation, because you don't even realize what home is. But your goal, your dream, your wildest aspiration is one, to be free. But freedom is based on your idea of home. It's to return home, and to receive your land back and your family back, and just your sense of self-determination and pride, like a lion's pride back, your family, your lineage, your traditions. And so, I don't want to talk your ears off, but I feel really passionate about all of us in some way, shape, or form, at least returning once in our life. Some of us have access right now, and we want to go to Europe. We want to go to Turks and Caicos, the Maldives, Bora Bora. I'm not saying that's not beautiful, but I'm just saying, what's the better you? What's going to legitimately increase your consciousness, increase your spiritual affinity or approach to life, just increase your you-ness? Because that's what you get here. You get more of you. In the States, you get all these things that take less of you, that chip less and less of you away from you, that take from you, and here's one of the only places I've ever been to, and I haven't traveled much, but I've been to a lot of places, I think, but still, I'm still a traveler, I'm still growing, I know nothing. What I've learned here, though, is that, man, this place adds to you. Right now, it's cold where most of you are. I'll leave with this. It's just cold there. I'll just leave you with that. Like, you see this glow? You see this oily face? It's because it's hot all the time. And so these light codes, this melanin, literally the information that we're receiving is different just because we're here. It's not cold, it's not frigid, it's not rigid. So please return home, realize this significance, and know that you are worth it. Yes, yes. Editos out.